Okay guys, and in today's video, I think I might have just found the longest route. It may not seem like it yet, but when you look at all the tabs, because Google can't hold it all in one tab, it's quite long. So we start off in Faro, Portugal and make our way to Greece. So from there we go to Turkey. And there we go to Jordan, after Cairo, and then we go to Marina, however you pronounce that, then Saloum, which says it right here, then Al-Badia, which is Libya, and then Quaminis, which is also Libya. Then from Quaminis, I had a bit of struggling over in Google Maps, which made a lot of sense because Africa is a bit hard to find your way around. So it's a 30-hour drive from Quaminis down using the top coast without any bit that you go off-road. And by the way, on this you don't need any ferry whatsoever. It's just you and your car, which is what made it hard. We end in El Mila, right there. Then from El Mila, let it load. We go from El Mila. We only travel a teeny distance when it can load at Mendel, and the reason why we can only travel a teeny distance by around 30 minutes is actually because of the amount of road over in Algeria, which has a lot of problems, which brings us to our next problem, which is where we cannot travel cost efficiently. So we're at start at Mendel and end at Reis Hamidu, which is over here. Okay? Then from Reis Hamidu, let it load, we travel to Hajit in Yus, following the top coast again, like so. But there is a bit something surprising. You see, earlier we were travelling little, and now we're travelling even littler. Now, let it load. We get this, which you might think, why is it travelling down low? Well, it actually isn't. And it's for hour 34 minutes, and it's travelling from Hajj-News over across Algeria. Now you can see we made a big difference in the distance, but that's still not the furthest drive yet. Now we're going from Arabia, Algeria, to Balkman, Algeria, and ending at Harain, Algeria. However, there is a big difference. We've travelled a big chunk of it, like a big chunk. Okay? So, once I get this to stop showing up, we can then move on to our next tab, which, if it can load, is from Harain to El Marsa. Now over here I didn't find any struggle whatsoever, apart from the fact that every time I hold it down it keeps on moving like that. So if I can get this to change where it used to be, which was El Marsa, let me fix that. As you can see, this happens quite frequently, so I have to constantly change it, and also, which, if it can load, will work out perfectly fine. Anyway, it's finally loaded. Sorry about that, pause, if you could tell. Then we travel our way down to El Masa, which from El Masa, this was a bit where I had a bit of a problem. You see, over here we have a lot of places where you have to take ferries. So as you can see, we have this big roundabout thingy all over the place, but that's the only way we can travel. Now from Bissau, it's a bit similar. You see, we tried to go from Bissau to Lagos, which I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Okay, now I'm back. So we travel from Bissau. You see, we go a bit that way, and you think, oh, you can just go that way. However, over here we'll have to take a ferry across this river. So it has a bit of a turn. So as you can see, we make our way over to along this line, which will take about 60 hours to get to Lagos. Now from Lagos, which will take a bit of time, but from Lagos we will go to Gabon, which might seem a bit of a stretch, but you just wait and see. Okay? It'll take 49 hours for this bit, but I think it's kind of good. So we start over in Lagos, get our way to Ypres, then Benin City, next. Then we go over here, and then we go to Owo. Then from there we go to Bemada, then Beaumont. Okay. Then Yaoundé. From there we go to Evelyn, then Equatorial Guinea, which then we get out of and go back in and then back out again. So then we'll get to Famongo. Now from Famongo, if it can load, we travel down to Cape Town, which so far brings us to the longest distance travelled. Okay, so as you can see, from Angola, Gabon, we make this sort of S shape, if you can see, then down through Angola, into Namibia, then down to Cape Town, which is the longest distance anyone has ever travelled. In fact, let me just get this back into place. Wait, sorry about that. So as I showed you about that, next we are going to go from Cape Town, which is where we break the world record of the longest distance that's happened. By the way, this is a 104-hour distance. So first of all, let it load. And as you can see, we come from Cape Town to Gurfa, to East London in Africa. Then we go to Margate, and then to Richards Bay, South Africa. Then to Manto, I think it is called, Mozambique. Then to Jangamo, okay, Mozambique. We go to Nova Golia, Mozambique. Then we go up to Nampula, and then finally we end all the way in Somalia, Kismayo, or Mayo, I'd say. And then from Kismayo, Somalia, we make our way to Pakistan. Okay, but there's a bit of an issue there. But we take 201 hours. Kismayo up into Syria. I'm just joking. So from Kismayo, we go up into Elwalk, then down here, all around. And now this is the part where I really struggled with getting past this part. The reason is because in this line, now from all the accessibility we got, there was practically none that didn't have a ferry. So we go all the way to Sabre Estate Agency, which is down the road from Mister. And then from Mister, the reason why we just get to teeny bit is because Google Maps can't load it. Because, it means. So, first of all, though, we have to get to the right at the border. Then from the border, and then, oops, that was an accident. So, yeah, as you can see, we go there to there. Quite simple. And then from there is where we start at Basti Bang Singh, which is where I showed you. We go down into New Delhi, which is nice. And then we go on a toll road to Lucknow, then to Kathmandu, which is in Nepal. Then we go down around to Lazao, then Beijing, and then lastly we end in Columbia, which I think is an impressive route considering you've travelled across 3 continents, 1, 2, 3, and all around them. However, we cannot skip from China into Russia, nor neither China into Mongolia, because Google Maps can't handle that. But to think that this route in total will take, if I can open the calculator, 111 and wait for this part to load, plus 30 plus 30, then from there we add 5 plus 5, then on there we add plus 6, okay, then add 3, then add 4, okay, then we go there. So then from add 4 we should add 4 again, add 4, but let's add 1 because 30 plus 40 is 1 hour. So we've done that, I think. Yeah, we have. And now we have to add the 36 plus 36, which will give us 200, and add 47 plus 47. Okay, wait, is this the 36, 47? Oops. So 40 plus 47, we have to wait for this one to add 60, which I think this is okay. So yeah, that's 60. Then 49 plus 49, and from here we should add 66 hours, which gives us an even bigger score. Then add 201 hours, which will give us even bigger, plus 2 hours, which will give us even bigger, and then last but not least, 173 hours will give us approximately, if it can load, 798 hours on the road of travelling in this. Now, if you are like me, I think that's impressive, Well, and make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.